King Lear, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, contemptuous drivel, compared to the work that the Master has prepared for ye tonight. And yet, I alone cannot present this feat of theatrical wizardry. Nay, nay, we can do nothing without a band of merry players! At once to the show we shall send our actors off into the murky mists. Off, actors, into the murky mists of the... Wait! Stay some of you and pray return. For I know our audience tonight is full of theater-goers who love Master Shakespeare's work, and therefore we shall play a game and test our audience to see how well they know Mr. Shakespeare. Cast thine eyes upon these players, and canst thou tell from knowing his work so well, just by looking at the costume this player has himself adorned within. What job in 1591 in England he holds?
Crumpet seller.
Yes, he is a crumpet seller. Now that was easy applause, I'll take it. Cast thine eyes upon that lady fair, and peer into her heart. She wants something more than anything in the world. Canst thou divine what Master Shakespeare has placed there as her life's driving ambition? Be careful, don't say it yet. Now, on the count of three, somebody shout it out. Anything at all. 1, 2, 3.
Animal welfare.
Yes! What did you say?
Animal welfare.
Animal welfare. Yes. That is absolutely right. You know the Master's work. She longs for animal welfare. So you know that has nothing to do with sex. And this gentleman here, cast thine eyes, look upon his furrowed brow, his steely glaze, his masculine mien. And tell me, can you guess what position in society, a position of great power, he holds?
Tax collector.
Yeah!
Wow.
He is the tax collector. And all must pay their taxes, for I do hate the untaxinated. My friends, sit ye back and cast thine eyes upon a play, replete with a man who sells crumpets.
A woman who longs for animal welfare.
A tax collector.
Canst thou guess the name of the play?
Lost Love.
Yeah. Lost Love, subtitle, Animal Welfare. My friends, please enjoy Master Shakespeare's Lost Love.
Oh, my darling. Mother, why hast thou called me to this garden? Tell me now. Because you have come of age, and it's time for you to find a love. Me, a love? Yes. Methinks it is time. You are coming on age of 14. Well, there is a boy. A boy? A boy whose eyes I have cast upon, whose boy. Mother, look at these roses right here. Seest thou the bud? That one, it has yet to bloom. Like myself, thou seest? 'Tis a metaphor, mother.
Do you take me for a fool, Marguerite?
No, honestly. Mother, 'tis my bud.
Your bud stays planted until I tell you when it gets plucked.
Mother, how couldst thou be so cruel? Leave me now in this garden.
Now, Marguerite, don't you get it? I thought I trained you better. You are supposed to wait until your father and I have found a love for you. And the minute that we find the love for you, you will love that person. That's how it works.
Fine, Mother. If that is how it works. Be away with ye. So,
Oh,
I might...
Marguerite, you sulk too much.
Oh, Georgie.
Esmeralda! Esmeralda!
Oh,
Tis I, Peter.
oh, Peter.
I've come for today's collection, no less. Thou hast asked me to give thee another moment's time, and I am here now to collect.
Methinks that you came too early. I was to have all of it ready for you by, let's see, next year.
Next year, Esmeralda, methinks that thou dost not know as how collection works upon thy kingdom.
Esmeralda, be that the tax collector, I hear?
Yes.
My lord.
Thou hast come at an opportune time. Hast thou made him welcome, wife?
Well, I thought I did. I thought I told him to come back next year.
No! Nay, nay, good my friend. Thou art most welcome in this garden. Sit thee down and rest thyself upon that there bench. Good wife, a mug of grog for our good friend. For you shall know, dear James, if I may by thy Christian name so do address you.
Please.
James, you shall know that I have found a way to pay you what we owe.
For these words do bring pleasure upon mine ears, for it has been written, if thou hast not yet afforded thy tax, then thy home shall be rid.
Ha! Sir James, thou shalt weigh my home as light as a feather when thou dost see the weighty reward which waits you else. For you shall have my daughter.
Oh.
This be not a customary offering for the royal taxes, but an offer nonetheless that I do not immediately proclaim false.
Good Marguerite, standest thou,
Marguerite.
and greetest thou my friend Sir James.
Good evening, Sir James.
Good evening, my lady Marguerite. Thou art as beautiful as a ray of sunshine through a meadow's tree.
I know.
Thou art not the most humble of women. That does excite me, yes.
The Sir James, be it, thy smell hath not entirely repulsed me.
Ah, she is a woman of a golden tongue.
That would be true. Well, if thou wishest for me to cancel thy tax with offering of marriage, then I accept.
Ah!
Oh, did you say cancel the tax?
Yeah, well, based upon our agreement, no less.
Yes, yes, I shall put it in writing at once.
Very well. Then immediately a wedding shall take place.
Nay, Father, no.
I bid thee farewell.
Father,
Marguerite!
how couldst thou
thy tiger tongue.
Father, thou hast planned with me many years that I would grow, I would bloom like the flowers into a beautiful love, one that I choose for myself, Father.
Marguerite, thou art a precious flower, and thou shalt pollinate, I promise thee, but thou must understand that there are weighty matters that thou, at thy tender age of 10 and 4, cannot countenance.
What things might I not understand at that age?
Pray, Marguerite,
It is nearly grown.
know that I am not a tyrant. I am and ever shall be the father that did bandy thee upon his knee and play with thee the coochie-coo.
And much like then, my backside hurts, for thou hast tricked me into this foul marriage.
Sweet girl, pray sit down. Knowest thou I love thee?
Yes.
Knowest thou I prize thee above all of Midas's fortune? For his touch I care not a whit should it stand twixt me and thee.
Then why? Wherefore, Father? That if thou carest for me so, that thou would trade me like I am a coin.
It doth my heart press like a grape beneath the hard wood of a wine press to do so. And yet knowest thou, if this tax be not collected, if James be not satisfied, then not only shall this house be taken from thy mother, who is of weak temperament and frail body, but I must linger for the rest of my life in jail.
No, Father.
Aye, for 'tis a bond that I did sign. Oh, foolish me, when the king did grant me this land. Pay thy taxes, quoth the king. I will, quoth I. Pay them on time, quoth the king. I swear, quoth I. For if thou dost not, thou shalt in jail linger and languish. I feared the remonstrance of such a bond, and yet my sweet wife was with child. And all I cared for was a home of safety where that sweet child should feel my love and comfort. Sweet Marguerite, I am old, and yet I love life, and do not wish to spend my golden days languishing in that rat-infested jail.
Father, if this is the price that I must pay for thee to live in this house that I have loved my whole life, then fine, but heartbroken I shall be, Father. Heartbroken indeed, and may my love for Giorgio live only in my mind, naked.
Me? Oh, I shall weep and shed a pail of water, for such is the pains of raising a daughter.
Good lords, good ladies, strumpets for sale. Good sir, wouldst thou pay a ducat for a strumpet?
A ducat for a strumpet. Had I a ducat, I would.
Very well, good sir, thou lookest, why, as blue as the deepest sea. Alight thyself of yon treat. Take thy pick, for I have many meat-filled treats here. This be the weasel-filled strumpet. I am here, strumpet of ferret.
Strumpet?
Trumpet, crumpet, trumpet, strumpets, crumpets. Let the trumpets blow, strumpets, crumpets. But I am strumpet, I is my surname.
You are strumpet,
I,
and you blow the trumpet
indeed, throughout the town.
to announce thy crumpet.
Now hast the sail out. Good sir.
Well, if it not the tail.
Well then, perhaps sink your teeth into this.
Thou hast brought a smile upon an old man's saddened cheeks. I welcome thee to my private garden, which thou did enter without permission.
In greatest forgiveness, I hope my gift shall serve as payment for my trespass.
Whence comest thou?
In truth, I didst hope to find a young woman here.
I have a young woman. She is my daughter, sir.
Aye, that explains it, for oft have I passed this way upon sundown, and have encountered the truest beauty that this earth did e'er see. Yet I see now the sun lowers itself below the hills, as my head lowers itself on these shoulders, for I have missed her today.
Is your name Giorgio?
Giorgio Strumpet! 'Tis my greatest pleasure to meet thee, sir, for if thou art the father of this world's greatest beauty, then thou art a fortunate man indeed.
Good Giorgio, thou knowest my daughter's hand is taken by another.
Oh, pierce not my heart with these foul words.
With such foul words I do pierce.
Oh. Tell me, this not be true, that thou art lying or playing some jape upon me.
Ah, would I were playing but a jape.
Then, I take back my crumpet, and I spit at thee, sir.
Nay, spit not! Swallow that clam-like ball of salivic mucus. Knowest thou that my heart to your will is united? For I see thee now, a man of goodly stature, with handsome face and kingly mien, in a profession of which we can speak and improve upon later. But thou dost seemest to be all that in my younger days I wished my daughter would love and wed. And yet, the cruel machinery that doth grind all mortal men to pulp hath me captured in its grasp.
Tell the tale of thy woes to my ears, sir. Oh, why hast thou promised thy daughter to another? Does she love another?
Nay, nay, yet he is the tax collector, and lest I give her hand to his, I in jail shall languish most pitifully.
I am a man of more than modest means from these trumpets, these crumpets, these.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whisper in mine ear the extent of thy debt. Yai, yai, yai!
And tuppence.
That I see. For only such a debt as surmountable as that could force thee to give thy daughter's hand away.
Good sir, the plaintive tears within thine eyes has moved me much, and my own daughter's sweet caress upon my hand hath not left an imprint thus to be ignored. I tell thee this, if thou canst win my daughter's love, so much so that she would wed you with no promise of money,
Aye.
no promise of a home,
Aye.
no promise of a stable, healthy life. In short, if my daughter lovest thou so much that she would all the worldly weight cast off to live with thee in penury and poverty and who knows disease, then I shall bless this way.
Aye, ye gods, I thank thee for this blessing. Then I shall off to plan and think on the best ways of which to win thy daughter's heart. Oh, fates touch my heart and let me feel it pump it. I go through the town to sell these crumpets.
Sir James, yes, pray enter. I shall while away the hours in the walk to allow you to know each other better.
I thank thee. Marguerite, please, have a seat upon this bench.
I will do so, sir, but
This is-
only because I had planned to already.
This be my mother, Lady Florentine.
Hello. It is so lovely to meet you. And this home, so lovely indeed.
Very lovely indeed, mother, for soon it shall be our home once this marriage takes place.
Pardon me. Thy home, thou sayest. Nay, 'tis the home of my father.
Aye, and once our marriage takes place, then I shall be in the midst of thy family. And of course, being in the midst of thy family through marriage, then we shall have a new home as well.
Indeed.
Indeed. And my mother has been brought here as well to show you the royal garments of beauty that is donned upon her.
And I do wish that you are good with needle and thread, for I do have many garments that need to be mended, and I do believe that would be part of this arrangement. Yes?
Aye. For a wife doth need to perform her wifely duties, no less. But aside from that, I am also here to give thee a gift. A necklace, gold and diamonds and emerald rubies.
Who didst thou take this from? In taxes, I assume?
Aye. But it has been in the family for many generations. And, mother, is she not the absolute splendor of beauty?
'Tis lovely. This necklace that you wear on your chest, it's been in our family for many, many years.
Yeah.
It belonged to me at one point, yes. And then, when my husband doth decease, I give it to my son to give to you.
For you are the most radiant of fair maidens which I have ever been blessed to lay my eyes upon.
I know. I thank thee, lady.
And your lack of humility I find intriguing and very powerful, not something that I see in most.
Oh, when a flower knows its beauty, it blooms bright for the world to see. I thank thee, lady, for
I will-
thy necklace, and I intend to do it well.